Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Dante. Listen, I know I have the PPP show behind me, and the reason why I do because I want y'all to go follow that channel on YouTube, the PPP show. Just put that in, and you can find it there. And so I had to lean out the way, but anyway, I want to talk about the Bronx. You know, what Trump went there, did his rally, and listen to what people said that was on the ground, and then listen to what line Harry had to say. So let's check out what Harry had to say first, and then we're going to come with some other receipts. All right, how about that? Let's go.
Know how Donald Trump and his campaign claimed that there were 25 to 30,000 people at his rally in New York yesterday? Well, we just got an aerial photo of the crowd, and it's not even close to that. So here's a photo of the crowd, and this was aired on the 11 p.m. ABC 7 New York program. So this was after the rally, and this was while Donald Trump was speaking. You can see him there if you zoom in closely. This is the crowd. Wow. A lot of open space, a lot of grass, and not that many people. The Trump campaign has been hyping up this rally as if it was the biggest event all year. Everybody from the Bronx went out to watch Donald Trump. Except it was like maybe a couple thousand of his supporters. The Trump campaign is working overtime to try to gaslight the American people into believing that somehow Donald Trump is popular. They do this every time with the rally. They said that there was 100,000 people in New Jersey. There wasn't. They said that Donald Trump had the biggest inauguration ever. He didn't. And there wasn't 30,000 people at his rally in the Bronx yesterday. Anybody could see that.
Yo, this dude right here is hilarious to me. I would tell you this page shield. I mean, he talks about Trump more than Trump supporters. But the thing is, I mean, there's people that was on the ground, and there's going to be video captured here where you want to be able to see the people actually lining up and how long the lines were. So, Harry, I won't believe you if your tongue came notarized. I've said that to you several times, dude. I mean, I don't like you because you lie so much. And then when you get called out about lying, about being paid by Pallet Management and Midas, that's why I can't trust if your tongue can't notarize. But let's go on and let's see what Judge Brown had to say about it. And Dana, let's talk to them for a minute and listen to what they had to say. Let's go.
Thursday evening in the Bronx and had 30,000 people attend. So that's what it looks like in the picture. Hi, Judge.
How you doing? I find it interesting that was AOC's district.
You didn't know it was her district? Yeah.
No, I knew it was her district, but
it's part of her district. It's
part
in
of it.
The Woods, yeah.
And that is 30,000 represents a considerable percentage of the number of votes she got to get elected. So, yeah, I find that interesting.
Well, AOC, her district she represents is the 14th district. Medium income is 66,000. The demographics, and especially in the Bronx, 51.3% Hispanic, 17.7% white, 15.9% black, 11.5% Asian, 2.2 to other races, and 1.5 other. So it's mixed. People think that the Bronx is predominantly black, and it's not. Hispanics, they are the most populated, and that started happening over the decades. But people will be surprised to know there are still a lot of white people in the Bronx. The Bronx is big.
Let me just pause real quick and say this real quick, is that you have to consider that AOC is nervous because she know that there's like 30,000 people that may not vote for her, when it's time for her to be, elected again. And so that's what's scaring her, and I'm with Judge Joe Brown when he said that, hey, that's a considerable amount of people that's not probably going to vote for her. I mean, most people in her district don't like her. I mean, at all. So I don't think that AOC will be going back to Congress. And if she does, we're going to have some questions. I'm just saying. But let's continue.
But today, Donald Trump went to the Bronx, honey. He went to the Bronx, and apparently they're saying 30,000 people showed up, and it was a success. Now, let's see. I want to play a couple of clips here.
Look at the line, y'all. Look at that line. Look at the line.
I don't think we're getting $1.
A lot of people.
Look at that line.
And it says here, breaking, local Bronx officials already estimate the crowd at Trump's rally to be between 25 30K. The number is growing.
Harry, did you hear that? The officials that's there in New York said that it was about 25 to 30,000 people already there, and more was coming. Y'all got to stop listening to Harry. All y'all that listen to Harry and Sisson, y'all need to stop. I'm just saying.
Hey everybody, it's Peggy D. How you doing? I am here in the Bronx out here. I'm actually in the media pit. I ended up here and I've been meeting with people who are part of President Trump's team here in New York. I met the son of the Bodega Association and where President Trump did the tribute and all that kind of stuff. I just met him. We're hooking up and getting ready for, oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yay. So it was the deluge earlier. Oh, look at this. So this is like Trump City right now. Separates into groups. Well, you know, it's the divide and conquer, race. Everything's about race. Everything's about gender, and all that kind of crap. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I really am.
And it's also to go after the kids.
Yeah, and they're going after the kids.
The fact that they're bringing the kids into it should be the most uniting factor for everybody.
For me, it is. Yeah. Girl, I'm ferocious online. Okay, I don't care.
We gotta follow each other.
Oh, we do.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
All lives MAGA. All lives make America great again.
You heard what she said. All lives MAGA. Everybody should want to see America great again. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, when was America great? America was great when, we was able to be able to pay our bills and not be in these strange and proxy wars and not, have to worry about inflation the way it is right now, where people were able to buy homes at a period of time, where people was able to, live in safe communities. That's when America was great. Not only just for white people, because there was black people that told me, and my grandmother and all of them used to tell me how they used to sleep with their doors unlocked. Like in the summertime, they would sleep with their doors wide open. So America had to be great if they were able to do that back then. You know what I'm saying? So if it was such a horrible place, why in the whole heaven and hell would these people leave their doors and windows wide open? I mean, make that make sense, y'all. It doesn't make sense. The thing is, people want to keep on talking about what happened in 1959. It is 2024. People are trying to figure out how they're going to feed their kids right now in 2024. Everybody's talking about, Trump when he came to, the Central Park 5. Okay, what happened in 1989? He wrote an article and he only went on with the evidence he had then. And never did he say that he wanted those 5 individuals to be taken out. I wish people would read the article for yourself. He was talking about if you were a rapist and a murderer, then yeah, you should have the death penalty. He wasn't saying that for those 5 individuals. He never even mentioned them. So I wish y'all would read that article. He also said what he's saying today is that, blacks, whites, Asians, Latinos, everybody wants to be able to go to safe areas and feel safe. That's what he was talking about. So the thing is, all you people that keep on wanting to take us back to yesteryear, we're trying to figure out how we're going to pay our bills this year. And I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make this a long video, but I want y'all to really stop being in your feelings and start realizing that your feelings and facts don't have nothing to do with each other. Facts should always trump out your feelings every time. And yes, I'm wearing my MAGA hat because or my Trump hat, because I believe in him being able to make things different. Do I put all my trust in Trump? No, because he's not God. My faith and my trust is in Jesus. But I believe that God can use anybody, because if God can use a jackass like Biden, God can use anybody. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And what do you got to say? Oh, you're part of the media, so.
I'm not part of the media.
Oh, okay. You're
part of the
MAGA.
entourage. I'm MAGA.
Okay, baby. So everybody here is not identifying as media. We're identifying as MAGA today.
We're all identifying as MAGA today. Yes.
Forever.
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 We must. We must.
Yes. Amen.
Hey, I came from Vietnam. I feel like I'm backed into it now. With Biden, we got to get rid of him. We can't turn into communism. Why is this happening? This is a scary country right now, and it used to be so great. Bring Trump back, please. Please.
Everything was super cheap on the Donald Trump, and now everything is super expensive. We can't even ride the MTA in peace.
Right. Yeah, you just go to Roosevelt Avenue or the Roosevelt Hotel. You see illegal immigrants everywhere. The subways are becoming super dangerous. I mean, it's just getting extensively ridiculous, and everybody's noticing, especially here in New York. You got the most crooked set of government here with Eric Adams, who swaps and goes back and forth on everything he does, and then he says, "Oh, we got to make things better for the migrants crisis going on over here." When you're the one who caused it, you're the one who called this a sanctuary city. You, Hochul, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg. All of you guys are scumbags, all of you. And what we saw under Trump was absolute success from every corner. The greatest numbers of black unemployment, the lowest rates of inflation. I mean, everything is going up right now. I got a big truck and my gas is going high as all hell, and that's under Biden. You had to see Pelosi the other day. Had to, act like the Trump's presidency was going down. Meanwhile, the host said, "Yeah, but there was a pandemic, though." Right? And they have to kind of lie to the people to make us think that this is what it is. But it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until we all find out what the truth is. Go ahead and put them in jail. Put them in jail and watch the persecuted people on the ground rise up and vote for him even harder. We're going to get the black community, the Latino community. We got Los Dominicano over here. And we're going to show support until 2024 is over and Trump is back in that damn White House. Let's go.
Do you see the anger? Do you see the frustration? And I do notice in the back, it says that Trump won. He did. I mean, I'm just saying, in my opinion, he did. But you know what? We cannot allow what happened in 2020 to happen in 2024. And you best believe the Democrats are ferocious. They got something up their sleeve. Just when you think that they're not up to anything, they're up to a whole lot of stuff. So be cognizant of that. But the thing is, these people are angry. The one lady said that she's from Vietnam and she feel like in America she's back in Vietnam. That's not good. That's not good. And she said that it's under Joe Biden. See, it's so amazing to me that everything they're trying to, project on Trump is what they are. Trump is going to be a dictator. He's going against democracy. We're a constitutional republic, y'all. I had to say that a lot of times because people don't understand that. We're not that form of government where we are a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. We're governed by our constitution. And so the constitution protects everyone individually. Everybody gets that protection, not just a certain class of people that they're trying to do. If you notice the left, they're trying to make a certain group of people protected. You can't say anything about this Skeeter community. You can't say anything about them. You can't say anything about, anything that, the left says is wrong. If you talk about a protected class, then you have a problem. And that's a problem. I feel like, we have the freedom of speech. People don't have to like what you say, but you should have the right to say it. As long as you're not causing harm where people are physically being harmed, then I think people should have the right to say what they want to say, but not in Biden's America. And this is why I really believe, again, that if Trump gets back at the helm, things will turn around if the Democrats don't, play crazy. And again, you got to pay attention to your local elections as well. And you also got to make sure that the right House and Senate is there, because if Trump doesn't have the right House or Senate to back him, he's going to be a lame duck president. And we don't want that. So you got to make sure that you study these candidates and make sure that you know who's in your area that you're voting for. Don't just vote blue no matter who, and don't just vote red because you feel like that's what you have to do. Please vet these candidates out and make sure that they're not rhinos. Make sure that they're really conservative, before you vote for them, because you got a lot of people up there right now on both sides. They claim to care for Americans, but the only thing they care about is their bottom line in their pockets. And that's it. And that's what I just want to let y'all know. Again, this video is running into about 15 minutes. I'm going to try to cut it down in the next 2 or 3 minutes so it's not too long. But again, thank you guys for taking the moment to even watch. I appreciate it. Let's go.
All right. So listen, you know what? I saw a Black, an American descendant of slaves. You saw Asian. You saw Hispanics. You saw Latinos. And and they're in the Bronx, which is blue. New York City is all blue, but I want to ask you, can New York turn red?
Well, here's the thing.
Not now.
See, for the electoral college, which is needed, it's for the whole state. So typically what happens is the Biden bunch, the Clinton bunch, the Obama bunch, they depend upon a huge whopping grand slam in a place like New York. So added to the total for the rest of the state of New York, they can get it and get winner take all on the electoral college. If they get a significant number of their supporters cut down in the city of New York, then that switches and that makes it more likely that upstate New York and other places that aren't quite so blue will swing red, and they will not get New York's electoral college votes. So that's good. Now, the other thing,
you know what, Judge Joe Brown do say something that's interesting. You know what? Because I was vehemently saying, no, he can't win. But just thinking about it, if those numbers that was for Biden, I believe in New York in 2020, he got like 83% of the vote. And Trump only got like 16%. So if they change that number drastically and you have most of New York outside of the boroughs is red. So if you get that number to shrink, far as for Biden, which it has shrunk a lot, even when it comes to the black support they used to have, it has went from, I believe, like 90-some% to like 70% or 69% and somewhere in that area. So the numbers have dropped drastically for Biden. If that number keep on shrinking for him, it's a possibility that Trump really could flip that city red. Or not say necessarily Trump, but the voters there can actually flip that particular state that has been blue for many, many decades back red. I'm just saying Reagan couldn't do it. I don't believe that Bush did it, but maybe Trump may be that guy. I'm just saying.
that we have here is America likes underdogs. So the more these idiots in blue jump on Trump, the better it gets for him. The more people switch around and say, hey, this dude, you know, he's one of us. I don't care if he is a billionaire. He's a people's billionaire. He's not a spoiled rich kid. He calls them like he sees them. Sometimes we don't like it. Sometimes we do. And that's in contrast with these other fools in blue who hold their finger up in the air to see which way the wind's blowing so they know what to do. Excuse me. Now, that said, if they put him in jail, there's going to be an interesting thing. See, because of what gets in a president's head, the secrets and everything else, he becomes a national resource. You can't take what's in his head out of there, which makes the farce of that whole thing about the documents real crazy. Excuse me. Now, if they try to lock Trump up, you think the Secret Service is going to allow that? No, they're not. The other thing is we saw this, though the Democrats are trying to say this is standard instruction for all of the
And why he's working through that? The thing is, if you notice, you have people that's in Congress. I believe that Adam Schiff, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of them are proposing to remove the Secret Service from Trump. You know, because they know that they can't lock him up because wherever Trump goes, Secret Service has to go. If they haven't built a prison, nor do they have the space to be able to make sure there's a certain area just for Trump, they're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to treat him like a king, that's how you do it. Because the thing is, Secret Service still want to take care of him just as they would anybody else. I'm just saying. So that's really going to be like shooting themselves in the foot. You know, so I don't think that's what they want to do. And I don't think the people on the ground that's watching this political persecution will stand for it. You know, they keep on threatening us with, you know, January the 6th. We know what happened on January the 6th, and Trump did not tell those people to go down there and do anything at that Capitol. These people made their own decisions. It was all adults. They made their own decisions. Trump asked them to go peacefully and patriotically. What they did after that, you know, if there was some provoking there, which I believe it was, I believe that was all a setup to make it a big thing. When you have these leftists talking about J6 was worse than 9/11, they have drank the Kool-Aid. But a lot of us get in our emotions and we buy it, and we keep on running with that narrative. And we know that if you was really trying to cause an insurrection, you wouldn't just go up there with flags. You wouldn't just go up there with Trump signs. You wouldn't just go up there and stop saying, things like stop the steal. You would go up there with some, firepower. They never did that. So this whole thing of insurrection and sedition and all this is stuff that they try to put on people to try to label them a certain way. This is why I can't rock with the Democrats no more. I'm telling you that now. I am a conservative, not necessarily a Republican, but I am definitely conservative. And because there's only two major parties, I will never vote for a Democrat again, ever in my life. Never vote for a Democrat again in my life, because they don't align with me as far as my values. They don't align with my Christian values. None of that stuff, everything they're doing now, pushing all this abortion and pushing all these things that's harming the communities. But yet you have Adam Schiff saying, look, bring these, people over to our country so they can help populate the country. But yet you tell the Americans to abort their kids, and you put it in the name of women's rights or women's health care. You got to be kidding me. Y'all got to stop being so crazy and start using your head more than just for a hat rack.
Raids that the FBI conducts in terms of the instructions and authorizations. You see the accompanying video when they come in to raid Malago. You see them armed with M4 carbines, every damn one of them. What are they coming in with the carbines for? Are they going to shoot the president, claim that he made a furtive movement, went for a gun, or are they going to be doing what's in that authorization that authorized them to use deadly force against the Secret Service, who is taking an oath to defend the president? So this is a U.S. law enforcement agency getting ready to use deadly force against another U.S. law enforcement agency. And remember, the Secret Service, amongst other sworn tasks, handles counterfeiting of U.S. currency. So what kind of mess is this?
If you notice the thing, I'm sorry, y'all. I think what's interesting is that he's making that point that even when they raided Mar-a-Lago, that they had actual firearms, basically ready to, take Trump down. For what reason? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not like he's a big time, drug dealer, or he was, out here, doing trafficking or nothing like that. He's not a violent person. I don't think that he will be able to become president if he was violent. I mean, trust me, he wouldn't have ever became president. They trying to put all this stuff out here now, call him a criminal, call him a felon, all this and the third. But the thing is, he's not been convicted of any of those quote unquote felonies. So he's technically not a felon. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're charged for something, charged and actually being convicted is two different things. I think some people need to understand that. And Judge Joe Brown, being a judge, being a lawyer, knows these things. And I'm not going to make this video any longer. What I will do is I will put the actual video that's here in the description, and you can watch the rest of the video, because I don't like to prolong people's time, because I know that a lot of people don't like to watch long videos. So I'm gonna try to chop this up, and hopefully, what I'm saying, you guys give me some feedback and let me know what I could do to improve, because I don't know everything, and I'm trying to learn. So again, thank you for taking a moment to listen and look, and we will pick up. You can watch the rest of the video in the actual description there. All right.
Put the Democrat Party, especially in New York, on notice. AOC, whoever is running against her, because every 435 seats in the House is up for re-election. So do the Republicans have a plan to try and overtake AOC seats, or any seats in that particular district in any of the boroughs? I think they can probably, persuade the voters to vote red, to turn the Bronx and other boroughs red.
The thing is, I have to say about this, don't have another Santos up there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to have a Republican, put one up there that's really squeaky clean, because you have a Republican that go up there that actually is like Santos was, they're going to get them booted. So listen, Republicans, vet these people out, make sure that you're putting the right people up. So therefore, when they go up, they don't have to be, worry about being expelled or kicked out of Congress, because I did not know all 435 seats were up this go around for the House. That's speaking volume. So you know what? We don't just need a conservative, lead. We need a super lead. You know what I'm saying? We need a super majority, because see, I think it's only one vote or one, seat away from the Democrats being able to have power. And because some of these rhinos that get in there, because I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, that most of them may side with the Democrats to give the Democrats the power for the next couple months. I mean, because all they need is one to drop out. So the thing is, we need to make sure we have an overwhelming, margin on the conservative side. And not necessarily Republican, but conservative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that supports the conservative and the Republican platform as it once was ideals. A lot of people saying that MAGA is not necessarily Republican, but no, when you think about Republicans, it was always the ones that was more liberal, trying to push us forward. If you look at the Democrat Party now, they claim to be liberal, but they want to take us back. They never talk about progressing anything except, progressing all these different genders, but they never talk about progressing the family, as far as bringing the nucleus back, as far as the mother and the father in the home. They don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about, having two dads, two moms, whatever, a cat can raise a child, dog can raise a child, all these different things. Even now they want children to raise themselves, or they want to, raise them in a dish in in a science lab. I mean, we have too much going on. I mean, for real, for real. I know I said I was done, and I am. So I'm going to put the clip in the actual description. Y'all, I'm sorry for making it so long, but it's so much, meat on this bone. So let me stop it right here. Thank you for your attention. Talk to you soon. Signing off, President Dante. Peace.